Hello everybody, it is I, Crystal Flame 360, or if you prefer, just Crystal, and this video is something that may be considered as controversial. I don't know yet. So why am I saying this? Good question. That's because the subject of this video pertains to opinion, and we all know how well the internet takes that. Very badly. I don't know why some people can't stand the fact that others think differently to them, but that's not the whole subject of this video now, is it? No. The subject is just me sharing my Sims 2 opinions, because I have them, and I'm curious to see if anyone agrees with me, as I feel like I'm in the minority with some of them. I know I'm not, but yeah. The idea came about when I was just rambling during the second part of a strangely pleasant view about my opinions, so I thought I may as well just make a dedicated video to it as I have more. I'll split it into 10 to make things easier, and I'll start with things I already covered last videos. Videos? Yes, plural, apparently. Although I will note here that they're in no particular order, it's just 10 opinions I have, and I don't intend to offend anybody with this video at all. The intent is to just kind of have a discussion and see what people agree and disagree with. Again, I may come off as overly negative and strong in my opinion sometimes, but just know that, yeah, again, I'm not intending to offend anybody. So we'll start with number 10. I don't like Don Lothario and think he's a boring sim. So, not sure what people are going to think about this one, but I made it clear in the last video that I didn't like him. In fact, I think he's plain and bland, like Cassandra in most of my playthroughs. I don't even see him as that much of a heartthrob, however that may be because of his stupid hairstyle, no offence, facial hair, and the fact that he shares the same face as Daniel Pleasant. Yeah, they have the exact same face, with minimal differences. That also applies to John Burb, Darren Dreamer, maybe a few other Sims that I'm missing. The only difference between them are personality, aspiration, skin colour, eye colour and hair colour. That's it. That's why if he has any kids on the way, I'm not excited for them, as I have an idea what they're going to look like before they pop out. And as for gameplay, I'm not a fan of romance Sims, though that may be just down to the backstory Maxis gave them. I really like Rip Grunt too, and I have a soft spot for Dina Caliente and even Herb Oldie, but that's it. Other romance Sims, I can take them or leave them. Sure, Don has the detail about him being a key witness to Bella's disappearance, and he's engaged to her daughter, but wait, will he go through with the wedding? Oh no, he had 3 other lovers under his belt, but that's fine because he's a doctor. It's these views I have of him, combined with other fans drooling over him, saying he's one of the most attractive Sims when he's plainer than a sheet of paper. And there are better looking, unique Sims out there. Number 9. Pleasantview in general has physically bland Sims. I'll keep this point short as I already stated it in the first point, but yeah, Max has got way too excited with the second template when creating the Sims for this HUD, especially with the Burbs, otherwise known as Face Template 2, the family. Their offspring always look the same to me. As for the HUD as a whole, it's silly since 2 children from 2 completely different families can look identical. In my Crystal Pleasantview, I have David Dreamer and Lewis Burb, who look extremely similar despite not even being from the same family. It honestly peeved me at how similar they looked. I had to give Lewis facial hair and a scruffy hairstyle so that I could tell them apart, because their faces looked the same, and I don't even like facial hair. It's not something I consciously put on my Sims anyway. Number 8. The Bella Goth mystery isn't all that. Don't get me wrong, I love the lore it's added to the series and the mystery undertone it adds to Pleasantview, and I especially find fascinating the lens the developers went through to bring the mystery to life, unlinking her, placing her in the default family, and giving her the dead token. Genius. Sort of. But it's been talked to death, and before anyone turns around to me and says, well, you wouldn't understand, you see, we grew up with The Sims 1, and so we have an attachment to Bella and the Goth family that you wouldn't have, because, and no, I have been playing since the first game too. You may think I'm talking out of my arse, but I've been simming from the age of 3 or 4. Was I good? No. But did I play it? Yes. Yes, I did. Fun fact, I was scared of the police officer as a kid. I'd even let my house get burgled because she scared me that much. The little window with her face that popped up, it'd make me scream and run to the couch, crying until my sister took the window down. Back on topic, the Bella Goth disappearance mystery is something I lost interest in when I was 11 because the theories were always the same, and I got interested in the other mysteries over the years, such as Olive's Garden, the mysterious death of Skip Broke, and the tree queues especially. The sudden disinterest may also stem from the fact that I've seen it everywhere. This brings me to Strangetown Bella. They really blandified Bella for this hood, didn't they? Yes, OG Bella was built from the second template, but I quite liked her eye shape at least. She looks more interesting than Jennifer Burb. Anyway, then they gave a minimally altered template 1. I like the template, just not when it's overused. Number 7. I don't think Dina Caliente is evil, or at least in the way she's portrayed in fan works and the like. A common trope I see with the Caliente twins is that Nina is the kind and naive one, looking for true love and independence from her sister, while Dina is manipulative and a nasty piece of work who cares about nobody but herself and just wants money. I have issues with these portrayals just based on personality points and how they behave in gameplay. Firstly, Nina is the nasty piece of work. Why? With her only having 3 nice points to her name, she is the one I see picking up fights on community lots. However, yes, she is shy, and so I view her as wanting to find true love as opposed to sleeping around. With her being serious, I view her as having her head screwed on and wanting to get somewhere in life. Dina has 6 nice points. She is nice. When left to her own devices, she tries to admire people and tell dirty jokes. She also flinches when there are any fights happening around her. She's also playful, so is likely to be found playing in the bath or doing other silly things. Yes, she is lazy, sloppy, a fortune sim, and his story hints at her wanting Mortimer for his money. However, at least in my games usually she rolls the want for a job after the wedding, and even wants a baby every time too. She just doesn't behave as she's supposed to, which is why I get puzzled when she's portrayed as some cunning, heartless, manipulative cow in fan works. In my Crystal Pleasantview, she even raised Alexander and was an excellent mother figure to him. Cassandra was a different story, but that's because Dina caught her with Don, and that's just how jealousy in The Sims 2 works. Number 6, I don't ship Darren and Cassandra. I don't know how much flack I'm going to get for this, but yeah, Darren deserves better. If Cassandra is going to be blind and heart-far over Don, a scumbag, then Darren gets the better partner. I personally pair him with Brandy Broke, and I know I'm not the only one who does that. So what's my issue with this pairing? It's just the thought of Darren waiting until Cassandra fucks up and then getting with her after Don's done with her. No, he heals after Darlene, with a wholesome family dynamic with Brandy Broke. Do they have interesting looking kids? No. But is the dynamic cute to play? Yes. Also, I just discovered the pairing of Cassandra and Pascal, and I'm loving it. Number 5, I don't get the townie hate. Do they always look conventionally attractive? No, but they sure add variety and life to a hood. I find a hood boring if there are no townies, but that's just me. Do I agree that it's tiring to have the same Pleasantview townies in every custom hood? As much as I have grown to like these townies over the years, yes, I agree, but I don't hate townies in general. Number 4, I don't have any interest in the EP hoods. This is subject to change, but I'm not really a fan of the EP hoods. These are River Blossom Hills, Desiderata Valley, and Belladonna Cove. Why don't I like them? The Sims within feel one-dimensional and there's nothing happening in the background. In Pleasantview, we had a town Casanova who was engaged to the daughter of a woman whose disappearance he is a suspect in, twin sisters who arrived on the eve of her disappearance and have alien ancestors, a struggling single mother who discovers she is pregnant after the death of her husband while her teenage son is working as a criminal to help pay the family's way, all the while he just wants direction and security. A single father who quit his job to paint for a living but he's struggling with that, and a family who look perfect on the outside but are dysfunctional on the inside. All the while, Bella Goth's alien abduction hangs in the air. In Strangetown, we had three brothers who are really interested in science and aliens, with one of them actually being alien pregnant, and the second eldest wants an alien baby too. A suspected murderer with a graveyard in her back garden looking after her paranoid niece. Two mad scientists experimenting on the son of the Grim Reaper. A retired pollination technician living a normal family life who has an older son who wants nothing more than to fit in despite him being green. And a dysfunctional military family run by a strict general who hates aliens. This hood is also tied to Bella's disappearance. It's basically where the aliens dropped her off after abducting her. In Veronaville, we had an entire hood rivalry between the Caps and the Monties, with the Summer Dreams in the middle. Lives were lost, tears were shed, but in the end, the younger generation find love with each other. The three base game goods... My mouth went a bit wrong then, I'm so sorry about that, but anyway, as I was saying, the three base game HUDs were done so well. So what do we have? So what do we have with the EP HUDs? In River Blossom Hills, weather is the gimmick. There's plant sims, but that's it. In Desderata Valley, hobbies are the gimmick. Everyone is involved or judging people based on their hobbies. That is it. In Belladonna Cove, apartments are the gimmick. It's also just Pleasantview with witches at its core. Have I missed anything interesting? Not really. Number 3, I hate realistic looking custom content. This includes hair, skin, eyes and clothes. They look horrible to me. Way too shiny and oily looking. I'll stick to my Maxis match game. Thank you. Number 2, I think the Sims 2 Sims are the best looking Sims in the series. Don't know how many people are going to disagree with this one, but it's been a common theme thus far. I think the Sims 2 Sims look really distinguishable and nice looking, but that may be my preference of that cartoon style showing. The Sims 1 Sims creep me out with the low poly realistic looking faces. The Sims 3 Sims all look identical and potato looking, and the Sims 4 Sims look like clay. Gross. Number 1, I'm not a fan of the clean UI. It looks clean, don't get me wrong, but I much prefer looking at the original UI. It doesn't turn my eyes when I look at it. I'm not saying that it's a bad piece of CC. What I am saying though is that it's too bright and plain for my liking, but I do understand why people like it. And that was it. I hope nobody takes offence to this. I'll post something positive after this because damn, this video felt negative. Regardless of whether you agree or disagree with me, I hope you can have a civil understanding and use this as an opportunity to have a discussion, not a war. As I stated, I like different opinions. It does open the path to discussion, if you will, and it's kind of, it'd be really, really boring if everyone just agreed with each other, So, yeah, that was it. That was all I can think of from the top of my head regarding opinions and the like. So, again, don't get offended by this. I should have just said that at the start, but my intention wasn't to offend, especially with the clean UI comment, as in the Great Cheesecake Persona, I think that's what the mod is called, put a lot of time and effort into that piece of custom content. I basically just turned around and went, nah. But the thing is, it's not for me. And that's okay. Because not everyone's going to have the same mod setup. Like, for example, people probably drop their jaws and go, what the hell, when I tell them I have a weekly arsonist mod combined with more dangerous fire. Not everyone's going to agree with that mod setup. There's also a bonus opinion I have here too, which regards in-team. I don't use in-team because it conflicts with everything. Like, I think I actually have a conflict with my want trees or something like that, because I have want spheres sanity, I think it's called, and basically I'm getting wants that the mod should prevent, so I have to see if I can maybe look into the hack conflict detection utility, but the thing is I can't be bothered. But that's something I'm going to have to look into if I want to get to the root of the problem. Now, as for what's going to be going on in the future here, Well, next video, I'm debating whether or not to have it be Plague Town or not. Just a Plague Town video trying to get them out of vacation, because the oldie family, you see, is a family I just kind of play just to chill, and at the moment I can't do that because they're in a place ready for an upcoming video. So yeah, kind of want to get them out of the vacation destination at some point so I can actually play them for leisure again. And then I don't know whether or not to have a Let's Play series or not, or to... yeah. Well, technically though, I've kind of started one with the Pleasantview thing, that like Pleasantview Strange Town thing, which if I were to continue with that, like posting that, then we'd probably be playing the Spectres next, I think. Where I think Ophelia will go to college that round, I can't remember. I'm not even sure if anything much eventful will happen either. So again, it'll just be the case of me cutting down what's what. But it'll be a bit more easier too though, because I'll be recording it in real time, so I'll be talking while I'm playing, hopefully. Yeah, so it'll just be easy to cut out when I'm not talking or whatever. But anyway, I think this video's gone on a bit long enough, and I am recording this in the afternoon, so there's probably like a bunch of sound being picked up in the background. So I'll end this video quickly. If you enjoyed it, you can subscribe. I won't force you. And if you like the video, you can like it. Dislike it if you dislike. Don't dislike just because you're there, like, you don't ship Cassandra and Darren. Dislike, like, you know, and I know how the internet works. And hopefully there's just discussion comments and not just plain hate comments. So, thanks for watching.